Hi, my name is Allie, and I plan to write my multiple genre analysis on whether public beaches should close during nesting seasons for native seabird populations or not. I'm really interested in birds, and I think it's important for seabirds to have plenty of protected beach space to build their nest away from crowds of people and pets. That is why I'm on the side supporting temporary beach closures. While some people are strictly against it for reasons we'll see in a moment, I'm for it since increased human beach activity is harming ground nesting seabird populations. I plan to start out with genres that support the opposing side before I start to introduce the works that back my argument, ending with my strongest pieces. The first genre will be about someone looking back on the fun they had at the beach. Whether it's from the perspective of a kid in a diary entry or a parent reminiscing about the fun they had at the beach when they were young, I think this is a good starting point to show what's at risk if beaches were to close. This could also be a social media post from a parent expressing their despair how things have changed. The second genre will be a petition to the city council from someone who definitely uses the beach, being annoyed that they can't enjoy the public space during nesting season. This might be a disgruntled beach volleyball team or coach annoyed because it lines up with volleyball season. The letter might also include sentiments from multiple affected parties. Genre 3 could be an expert from a research paper saying birds are dying due to over-tourism and increased human activity. It would cite scientific studies and their findings more directly as opposed to previous genres with wider audiences. This would serve as the first work supporting my argument, using facts from a trustworthy source to do so. The fourth genre is a letter from the owner of a hotel business to lawmakers urging them to prevent the closure of beaches for anything unrelated to the health and safety of the public. Their main argument will be that nesting season is also tourist season, and losing tourists due to closed beaches would really hurt their business and the local economy that relies on tourism. The fifth genre could be a children's story written from the bird's perspective. This serves as a call to action to kids and parents alike, showing the struggles seabirds face in overpopulated beaches and places where there are no rules or regulations put in place to help protect the birds, demonstrating the need for such protections. In my last genre, I plan to use a blog post or scientific journal about the effects the dwindling seabird population has on the ecosystem. This will mention how the food chain is affected and the detrimental effects that losing these animals would have. The goal of this genre is to show how seabirds play a greater role in the ecosystem than one might think. By ending with an emotional argument one might find in a children's book or a logical argument made with facts and statistics from a research paper, I hope to convince readers to support temporary public beach closures to protect native ground nesting seabirds. Some people might argue for extremes on both sides, calling for year-round public beach use or the closure of some beaches entirely, and while I think each beach presents a specific case that can't be determined by a single argument, I think making more people aware of the vital role seabirds play in the environment can only benefit us in the long run. Here are my image links. Thank you for your time.